Let's start the podcast.
I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Recording is
needed
in
to end.
progress.
It needed to end. You know what I mean? It's over. It was over. This is it. This is welcome. This is the last and final 2 L's, 1 pod. We needed to end.
Bullshit.
How are you today, Alfred?
I'm struggling. I went to a concert last night, impromptu concert. Well, the concert was well planned ahead, but I had a late invite to go to the Shrine Auditorium over by.
Do you like a late invite? If I may interrupt, do you like a late? Do you feel like
under the
who was
circumstances?
this really for?
Well, it was. I got it. I got a 24-hour notice. It wasn't like a 20-minute notice. So
that's not bad. That's
no.
not bad.
And there were 4 tickets, VIP tickets, for a free concert.
Okay.
But we had VIP, so we got the Wolfgang Puck catering in the VIP section, open bar. So my dry January went south.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, you made it 12 days. Well done.
12 days. So that went south, and the food was extraordinary, obviously. And there was a bunch of people that peripheral celebrities, some has-beens and some cool people. It was nice to get the VIP treatment, as long as you had your
Okay.
if you're wearing your laminate that says VIP.
Well, let's
Security would
find
just
out
part ways. And
who were you with? Who's the VIP? Who got you in there?
well, that was John Wolke, who's been
Oh.
on our podcast.
Podcast guest John Walk from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
John's a VIP, huh?
Well,
Okay.
I told him, I said, let me know if anything falls through. So you go, hey, Al, I got 4 tickets. Blah, 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 blah. So
What was the who was the concert?
Jim Irsay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he was going to open up and do 3 or 4 songs. Here's what he does. He's a billionaire.
How rich are you when you can do that?
He has a collection of rock and roll memorabilia, but he's
I've
also a
seen it.
musician. Yes.
Yeah.
So you know the story, but the listeners may not. So he's
No,
got
go ahead.
the $4 million guitar from whoever. I don't know. Hendrix. My brain is fried right
Well, he's
now.
got a lot of Beatle artifacts. That's how I know about it.
Yeah, that's why you would know.
He's
So he's
got
got
a
all
lot
that.
of,
So he has musicians come
yeah.
out and play these.
That's
Accomplished musicians come out and play them as a backup
Yes.
band. Some of them
Right.
famous, some of
Yes.
them not famous on the public
Well,
level, but certainly in the industry level, they're the best of the best.
Top session guys.
Yeah,
are
but
his
Mike
backing
Mike Mills from REM was
Mhm.
the backup band bass player.
band. Right.
He did 2 songs without
That's
Michael
hilarious.
Stipe
Yeah.
from REM, which is fine.
Okay.
But he co-wrote a lot of the music and
Yeah, he put the bass parts on, but
then
okay.
he founded the band, and
Yeah,
he was responsible for
Mhm.
auditioning Michael Stipes, I guess. I don't know.
Hmm.
He's
Yeah.
sitting on 60 mil. We're not worried about him financially.
Mike Mills, I would hope at least. Jeez, I mean,
Yeah.
I hope 60 mil would be it would jump change.
Whatever.
Guy
Whatever.
created one of the biggest bands ever. But
Oh.
who knows? He didn't write though. I don't think he wrote. I think it was Stipe wrote.
He has some. You'd have to Google it. He's got some songs that
I don't have
he's
to do
written, so-
shit, sir.
don't have-
Don't tell me
no.
what the fuck I have to do.
I'm just telling you my information that I have.
Not
All
the
I know
boss.
is that they had 15 studio albums
Right.
of a band that he founded.
But what was the concert?
co-founded.
Who did Ursay open for?
It was an eclectic collection of rock and roll
Oh, that was
people that are pretty much in the retirement stage of their careers.
It sounds like a rock and roll camp or something.
One
like when
of
you
the
go
ZZ Top guys, I don't even know his name, but it was
Is that the guy without the beard whose last name is Beard?
it was the guy with the beard. And
And
then
his
we were
name
all
is
trying to
Beard?
figure out, does he take that off after the show, hangs it up, and then puts it back
Yeah.
on with what
a
is it,
prop.
spear gum?
Spirit Gum. Yeah, it was
Spear gum.
Fred Mertz used to remember. Fred Mertz would have it on I Love Lucy. If you're old enough to remember I Love Lucy, and if you're not, Well, fuck it. You should know about it. It's a classic.
It's
But Fred Mertz would.
I love Lucille.
I love Lucille. So Fred.
You gave me
Mertz
shit
would-
in the last podcast.
Call back. But Fred would always, when they needed something stuck, instead of Elmer's or glue, he'd go, I got some spirit glue in a trunk. I'll go get it. And I never knew what that meant as a young.
From his vaudeville days?
He was a vaudeville guy. That's right. Fred Mertz was a vaudeville act. And he kept his act in the basement of the apartment complex. And he had his spirit gum. And for a young kid, though, in the 70s, I was like, what the fuck's he talking about? But
I do remember when I was over one of your bachelor pads that you had Fred Mertz posters all over the place.
He was an idol of mine. You know, you think about it, he's pretty good. The guy's 5 feet nothing. His pants are up to his nipples. He owns an apartment building, and he's got a younger wife. I mean, Ethel was not a lot to look at, but she was
25 years younger than him.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good for old Fred Mertz.
Wasn't he like 60 when he was cast as the 40-year-old husband?
Either, yeah. I think he was, but he looked 105.
He looked, older than that. But he was funny. He had good comedic timing. That's the reason for him getting the gig.
And I remember he was on originally on another fucking old show, My Three Sons. And they got rid of him because this is after Lucy now, 10 years later. But he was such a miserable drunk, they didn't want him around the kids.
Well,
so Fred McMurray was like,
now you know how I feel.
There's a clip, maybe. I don't know. Well, there's a clip. We'll take a clip.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, we need clips. And so you were is this at the Staples Center? Where was this show?
No, it's at the Shrine Auditorium.
Is there a Staples Center anymore?
No, they call it Bitcoin. Crypto.
Jesus,
the crypto
really?
Center. I don't even,
Okay.
I was just there. I saw a Clippers game about a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Crypto. Anywho, so guess who else was there? You don't know.
Well, give me a thing. I'll guess the. I'll guess the guest.
It's Nancy Wilson. What's her sister's name?
Nancy and Anne.
Anne. So Anne was the guitarist and Nancy was the singer, correct?
I don't know, to be honest. It could be 50-50 shot on that one.
Okay.
So let's say.
So anyway,
you're right.
She came out and sang 2 songs. She sang Rain on Me.
Barracuda.
Why?
No?
I filled out a form online. I filled out a form online to get an insurance quote, and I'm being bombarded constantly.
Oh, yeah.
I have to block.
You put your
numbers.
number in there.
Holy shit.
When I do those, email correct, but my phone number, I put in a phony number.
Oh.
They can email me, but I ain't taking those. He's gonna blow up all day.
It's been blowing up for 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh, and one guy got sassy with me. He called me this morning.
Sassy. Who got sassy?
Yeah, I go, hey,
you want me to go down?
you
want me to go down and punch him?
I said, hey, I'm all set. I got my insurance, but I'm getting bombarded with calls from everybody. But thanks so much. Can you take me off the do not call list? I'm being very polite, half asleep after having a late night. And he said, we got to check that mug in a second. And he says, well, you asked me a question. I said, I asked you to take me off the don't call list. Or put me on the don't call list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he goes, let me ask you a question. And I just hung up on him and I hit block.
Good God.
Yeah,
sassy.
Yeah.
That is sassy.
That is sassy. Hey,
I haven't heard that word in so long. I'm enjoying.
Well, when I look at you, I think of words that remind me of sassy or sound like sissy. Sounds like sassy.
Sassy. Saturday Night Live. Remember Phil Hartman was the host of a talk show called Sassy, and he had all the young David Spade, young whoever, and then he'd be like, "Where are you going this weekend? What are you doing?" And they're like, "Who cares? I'm not doing anything. Shut up." And then the camera go back to Phil Hartman. He go, sassy. Oh yeah. Anyway, my mug. Oh, I got a mug. Let's show it. This was on. If you're on Patreon, you got it made here. If you're not,
you put my name on it.
Sorry. Yeah, this was on Father's Day. You can see there's There's Teddy and I. I don't know what we're doing. We're kind of looking at the water, I guess. And then on the back, you can read it. I want to read it to the folks, Alfred. If you can read
There's a
that.
glare. Dear Dog Dad, you are the best dog dad ever, I think. If
Al
I
reads at
had,
a third grade level.
it's round. And it's a reflection. I can't see it. You got a light reflecting and covering
very
half the
difficult.
words.
It is very difficult.
I like penises in my butt.
Here we go. I was waiting for you
Oh.
to get to work.
Can't wait to go for a walk with you in the woods. There we go.
That's right.
Love.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you.
Kelly's going to appreciate that one.
Well, when I turned it, I thought you were going to go, dear dog, dad, stop licking my ball, whatever. And then you were reading it. I was
Well,
like,
I
hey,
got angry because you got
come on.
sassy with me.
You get sassy.
Oh, shit.
Sassy.
So 77-year-old Peter Wolf from the J. Giles Band
He was there?
he did 4 songs. I think he did one more song than everybody else.
Freeze frame. Freeze frame.
Yeah, of course he did.
And
Love
wait,
Stinks. Oh, go ahead.
and what was the other one? He had 2 big hits. MTV early days.
Yeah.
I mean, freeze frame. Give me a hint on the other if you could. Little game. We'll play a little game.
Love Stinks. I'm gonna give you
that
hints.
song stinks. That song
Yeah.
good.
The guys behind me going, this song stinks. This song stinks.
That's never been said before.
So we're sitting, we're sitting with Ario Speedwagon's Kevin Cronin. We're sitting with him.
We're dropping names now. We're
sitting with his
bombarding
family
this
because
pod.
he's performing.
Kevin Cronin.
Yeah, and these guys start heckling behind him.
Roll
And
with the changes.
It's his kids. So they go, hey, we're gonna go get something to drink. So they get up when their father's singing and they leave.
Oh, that's
Because they didn't want to hear these assholes. They were drunk and they were just heckling. A free concert, by the way. It was a free concert.
Why was it free?
Because Jim
They couldn't sell any
Irsay,
tickets. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jim Irsay puts these on. He spends $500,000. He puts on 3 or 4 shows a year, and he opens it up to the public so he can fill it.
Good man. Good man, that Irsay.
Well, I'm saying Irsay or Irsay. I don't know how to say it.
Irsay.
Well, anyways, at least he's a billionaire giving.
Well,
free
you know his
concerts.
father. You know what his father did.
Well, his father bought. Well, he bought
His
the
father owned
Colts for
it.
$50 million,
They own the Colts, and then he told the city of Baltimore, "We're never leaving. Don't worry about it."
and they left.
In the cover of darkness, at like 2 a.m., he loaded the trucks up, and they drove straight to Indianapolis. So
Yes, they did.
that name. Anyone listening in the Baltimore area will they'll be throwing their phones and or whatever
Well,
device
it
they
crushed the economy there.
It's terrible. But now they have the Ravens, and they're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Right.
They're my
Most
they're my
likely.
trendy hot bandwagon pick.
Well, they are. Well, they're favored to win.
That's right. That's why I went on the bandwagon. And speaking of Baltimore, I had my niece here for a few days. Hannah came down and stayed with us for a few days. Not great weather, though. January, Clearwater, I mean, it's better than the Northeast, but you're not going home with a tan. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she was crying about it. She was just,
No, I'm saying you're crying.
Oh, I was. Well,
You're a sassy sissy.
Well, I was a little sassy, and but you want your visitor to have nice.
No, I get that,
nice
but
weather.
there's a foot of snow up north. How
Well,
much did Baltimore get where she lives?
They haven't gotten any snow. Michigan, Kelly's family, I think they listen in. They're getting a big one. Like they're getting the big one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Teddy.
They're getting the big one. Yeah, sassy. So anyway, I had Hannah here a couple days. It was fun. Yesterday, I'm taking her home. Well, she took the train to Orlando. Had a friend pick her up in Orlando, and then she was going to Daytona Beach for a couple days. So I took her to the train station, but on the way, she wanted to stop at PDQ. Do you know this? Do you enjoy?
I don't.
Have you had it? Have you seen it?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
a barbecue
PDQ.
place.
It's a chicken joint. It stands for Pretty Damn Quick. That's their slogan. We're pretty damn quick.
Wow.
And we went there on the way. She goes, "Oh, can we stop at PDQ?" I go, "Sure." So we go there. Nobody in the drive-thru. Oh, pull right up. Hey, and the guy is like, he's an older guy at the window, which right away, what's that? What's going on there? You know what I mean? Like older guy. Is he like
I
on some kind of
I
work
know what you
release
mean.
or
Work
what's happening
release.
here? Yeah. And it's so slow. PDQ.
He looks 70, but he's really like 42, but it was a hard life.
Exactly. That's
Mhm.
exactly right. And but very much like, hey, what is your name for the like doing everything exactly right, but taking 8 minutes to do it. But it's like, come on,
By the
let's
book.
move this along. By the book. So tell him all the information he needs. Great. Go up there, pay at a different window. Okay. Then the guy, there's no one in the, and I'm looking, there's no one in the store. There's nobody at PDQ, nobody online, nobody nothing. The guy goes, okay, man, if you could pull over there into spot one and we'll get those tenders out to you. They're going to be fresh. Like, all right. So I'm like, I got to go pull into a spot to park. There's nobody
To get
here
tenders?
to get 5 tenders.
What time was it? Was it, did they just turn on the fryer later? Is what
No,
happened?
this is 3:30, quarter to 4.
All right. So I have seen the logo PDQ. Is PDQ? What is it?
PDQ. Pretty damn quick.
Pretty damn quick. I've seen the app or something somewhere. So that's what that is. And
Mhm.
you had to pull over and wait for chicken
Right.
nuggets.
So we pull in, and pull into us. So I pull in. It says mobile order parking, and I'm said to Hannah, I go, well, we're not even the right spot. And she goes, well, they'll probably just come out here with it. I'm like, all right. I go, I don't know. This doesn't feel right to me. So
That's
I sit there,
your
and she's
detective
got a
gut
training.
feeling kicked in.
That's right, Detective Ramos's
On the
years
job.
of instinctual
Mhm.
went to work, and we got a train to catch. So literally, so I go, I'm going to go in. This is I don't know. This is
Going in,
Ramos.
cover me.
Going in. So I go in, and it's like 5 college dudes just
Shit.
bullshitting, just
Wow.
bullshit. Nobody in the store, and they're just bullshitting. And I'm just standing there, and I'm like, and they're looking at me. I go, hey man, I go, had an order.
PDQ, pretty
Did
damn quick.
Yeah. That's kind of sassy. I would have been a little sassy to say. I go, I had the drive-through order. And the guy who was at the window, the old guy,
Mhm.
he's looking at me like, well, like, hmm. And then the young kid goes, what's your name? I go, Al. And he looks up on the monitor and goes, oh yeah, you're up. I go, what are we doing?
Yep.
I go, I
He
don't understand
says,
what we're
yep.
doing here. He goes, yep, like it's some dinner being prepared. I'm like, what are we doing? I go, it's just a order of 5 tenders. I'm parked. Like, I got to go.
Yeah.
And then the guy goes, yeah, 33 seconds. I go,
That's pretty
all
damn
right.
quick. 33 seconds is pretty damn quick.
Odd number to
How
pull.
long have you waited at this point?
At this point, let's go, 5, 6 minutes.
That's not quick.
Full. Right, not quick. And it's empty. Again, no one is there. So he goes 33 seconds and he gives me a look like, calm down, chief. I'm
Right.
like, all right. 33 seconds. So that I stand there 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute,
No.
4 minute. No one in the place still. I just look at my phone. I hold it up. I go, dude, I go, hey, I go, 33 seconds.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, how long's it been? I go, whoa.
Wow.
It's been 4.5 minutes since I've walked in and another 5 minutes since I ordered through the drive-through. So it's been 10 minutes and there's nobody here. And I've been parked out there. And the guy goes, yeah, well, it's ready. It's ready. And he's looking at me like, yeah, it's ready. And he puts the box in, he puts the tenders, closes it, and he hands it to me, he goes, now you have a good day, sir.
Wow. See, this is why
I
people
will.
go in and shoot up a joint. I can understand
kidding.
it. I'm not
Falling
saying that
down,
you're
Michael
going to do
Douglas
that.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Falling down.
It's understandable.
Yeah. I totally
Right.
get it now. I don't agree with it. I don't condone that behavior, but I understand the psyche of it. The little things
Yeah.
like that, a series of those triggering people that are already unstable.
Right. You're making it. This is somehow I came to your business to do business, and you're making it's like these Ubers I've had all summer with the English language and I'm just trying to use your service.
Hmm.
Why am I the bad guy? Why are you making me feel like I'm a fucking idiot or it's my fault? I didn't do anything wrong.
Do you want to
I
hear
ordered
my
lunch.
food? Do you want to hear my food eating story? It somewhat relates to, not really.
Sure. So is it eat time? I'd love it.
We went
That's all I need.
to the smokehouse here, 1946, established. All the big celebrities have
How
gone
old
there.
are
But,
you?
I'm pretty
Oh.
old. I was born in 1944. I was there when they broke ground.
Gotcha. Okay.
My dad took me. I want to go
Musso
to
and Frank's. This is Musso and Frank's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Musso and Frank's.
You're older than me. I don't get these references.
That's like the most famous joint in L.A. Musso and Frank's. You don't watch Bosch? They go there. They have martinis at Musso and Frank's. It's been around since 1900.
There's so many of those places. I don't know them.
Hell, you're not in the loop, man.
I'm not
You're
in
not
the
in the
loop.
loop.
I'm out of the
You're not in
loop.
the loop.
I'm not in the
You're
loop.
loopless.
I'm out of the loop.
You don't have a loop.
I don't have a loop.
You're
You're a little loopy today, aren't you?
we should just go. We should just call our podcast. We're not in the loop.
We're not in the loop.
We're not in the loop.
That'll be our
We're
title.
loopless. Yeah.
It's a comedy podcast that's not in the loop.
We're loopless.
So we go to the smokehouse Monday night.
Without loops.
Monday night, 1999 prime rib. You get two sides.
Wait, who's going?
Myself, my lovely wife, Bernadette Pauley, and a couple that she knows and her husband. So it's a couple.
Civilians?
And we've been civilians, and we're trying to make plans with them for 6 months. So we finally get it. So I'm like, 1999 prime rib special.
I think you told this story already, but keep going. I think you've told this story. I remember the 1999 prime rib special.
Because I went there when it was 1999. I go back. It's $28.
Oh, wait. So this is a new story?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know. Did I tell it last week or did I tell it years ago?
A couple of weeks ago, you told the story of a 1999 prime
right.
rib.
Well, we went.
Uh-huh.
Well, we went just a few nights ago.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Al's extra sassy today.
So it's $28.
Good God. Are you kidding?
He said, how would you like it? I said, medium rare. Everybody orders their meals. Nobody's getting prime rib. I'm the only one on prime rib Monday special. I'm the only one getting it. Someone gets chicken. Bernie gets shrimp because she's not eating the beef. And the other woman gets some more to like vegetarian dish. So I'm like, okay, great. Smokehouse.
Yeah. Prime rib. That's what we do.
He brings it to all of our dishes come out at the same time. He puts mine in front of me. It's gray.
What?
He puts my dish, my prime rib, in front of me, and it's gray. The color
it's gray.
It's gray. It's
the color gray.
It's gray.
Oh, I'm out of the loop.
50 Shades of Gray. You're out of the loop.
I remember prime rib being red.
So I go
I'm out of the loop.
So I go medium rare, and he goes, and he turns and walks away. And I cut it in half.
He goes,
and the center of it is gray.
Gray.
It's gray.
I've never seen gray.
It was gray. It was well done, basically.
Oh.
So, and the guy that's with us, he goes, "Oh, that's not medium rare." And everybody goes, "Oh, you got to send that back." I said, "I don't send stuff back, but I'm going to send this back because this is crazy, So
I don't send stuff back, but I'm sending this back.
I'm sending this back. I wave him over. Finally, he comes over. I go, "You guys start eating." They're waiting for me. They're waiting for me. I'm like, "This is stupid. It's going to take 5 or 10 minutes."
Right.
From I go ahead and start eating, and I grab.
He's just going to urinate on it, throw it in the microwave. It'd be less than 15 seconds.
Well, he's not going to urinate. He's going to dip it in red food coloring.
And then urinate on it.
And then
You've worked in a kitchen,
So I go, yeah, this is supposed to be medium rare. He goes, "Oh, I'll take care of that right away." He takes it, walks away. 15.
Do you comment?
15,
Let me just one more thing.
15 minutes.
One thing. Do you go gray? Do you point that out? Like the meat's gray?
No, I just said
I've never seen
it's
that.
supposed to be medium rare. I don't know what this is. So he takes it away. I go, "Thank you." 15 minutes.
No.
Comes back, brings me.
Is it really 15?
If I'm exaggerating, 13.
Holy shit! So they're done. The other people have eaten.
They're 3/4 of the way done.
Yeah, they're almost done. Yeah.
But I had Bernie's shrimp and some of her veggies, so I'm like, at least something. I had some garlic bread. I'm okay with that. But now I'm like,
right.
Okay, I want my steak.
Right.
So it shows up, and it's closer to rare and the outside is cold. So
Check,
I
please.
take
Get
a
the
couple
fuck
of
outta here.
bits. I take a couple of
Yeah, man.
bites, and now I'm
Come
losing my
on.
appetite and everything. And everybody goes,
Yeah, it's
"Wow,
over.
wow!" I go, "You think I'm a kook? It's the first time we've had dinner together. You know, nobody eats red meat except for me, so I'm not going to ask them to taste it. Whatever." I go, "Now
Right.
it's just cold. I don't know what's going on here." So the guy comes over. I go, "Hey, listen." I go, "The first one was well done. It's supposed to be medium rare, and this one is cold."
So let's try again.
And I got the bill. It's not $19.99 because it's $28 as the special now. The regular price is $36. Guess how much they charged me?
What? So the regular price is $36.
On a
You were there
Tuesday,
on-
Tuesday through Sunday, it's 36.
And you were there
night
Monday
special,
for prime rib special.
28.
And what did they charge you?
36.
Why did they charge you the other night's cost, not the special?
Because the idiot waiter plugged it into the register, you know? So I said, so I go, and the second one was not good at all, like that. So he
Right.
goes, all right, I'll talk to the manager. And he takes my
Okay.
dish, walks away, comes back with the check, takes off the $36.
Okay.
But three quarters of the steak was still in the dish. It's just,
Right.
I was
No,
so-
it's had you been
I
there
was wrecked.
before? Oh,
I've been
you'd
there many times. I hadn't been there.
1999, but not in a
I
while.
hadn't been there since a year and a half, 2022, because I was excited about going back
Right.
because it was closed down for COVID.
Is this a chop house or a steakhouse?
It's called the Smokehouse.
Oh, a new one. A new one in the mix. Sons of bitches.
Hey, if you know the difference between a chop house, a
Ooh,
steakhouse,
yeah.
and a
That's right.
smokehouse, in the
That's right.
comments below, mention the definition, or at least your definition. Don't cheat and Google it.
That would be sassy.
It would be.
Almost a spit take today. So we're home. You're home. We're back. We're home. I'm in Clearwater. You're in front of the armoire in Studio Cité. And I believe you're traveling tomorrow. Is it?
I'm going to be flying to
Flying
Galveston, old Galveston, where I will be joining. Oh, here we go. Royal Caribbean. What ship am I joining, Al? You have 10 seconds.
You're joining the Voyager of the Seas.
And that is incorrect.
Yeah. You're joining the Allure of the Seas.
No, that's out of
I'm
Cape
out of the
Canaveral.
loop. I am
You are out of the
loopless
loop.
today.
That's Cape
I'm
Canaveral.
Loopy.
Isn't it the
Loopy, I'm
Harmony? Isn't the
home.
Harmony there now?
Loopy. I'm home. That was from
Loopy,
earlier.
I'm home.
I combined Lucy and Loopy.
I
Boom.
saw that. That was pretty.
I don't think
pretty
people
good.
are enjoyed enough. People enjoyed that. That was a hell of a pull and a joke and a craft. I crafted that. Harmony, is it?
Yeah,
You're saying
it's
I
the
don't know.
Harmony.
Oh yeah,
The
That's
Harmony
nice,
and the Voyager are out of there now, Royal Carib, right?
That's a nice boat. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm out of Miami for a year, so I don't even know what. I'm out of the loop again.
You're out of the loop.
I'm out of the
Holy
loop.
shit.
I'm going to be on the Icon for a year. So that's it. I don't know.
I'm
nothing
hearing
about-
wonderful things about the Icon, like how majestic it is, how when it pulls into port, everybody is consumed visually because it's just eye-catching and just pulls you in. So I'm very excited for you, and I'm glad that they're going to work out all the kinks with you. And so that when you're done, I can go on and they're going to go, don't do this.
That's right. That's
Romas almost took us
Ah,
down.
yes, that's me. But
Who
yeah,
is
it
your-
looks.
Are you going to be with Agata and who else?
Yeah, I'm going to be with Simeon
Simeon?
Hercules, the
Oh, wow.
you know, the darling of Royal Caribbean, and yeah, Paul Ogata.
That's going to be killer.
Ooh,
You
could
can't
be-
top that.
There'll be some nights in there. There'll be, you know, you get those the right night and the 3 hitting. It would be
Oh, my
really
goodness.
could be really something. Simeon sent me some video of the room. It looks big. It's a big room. It's different than the ones Harmony Symphony with with that back area that's not really involved and they have monitors. That's not on in this room. It looks like just a big Big comedy room. Has a little bit of a green room. With
So they got rid of all that stuff in the back.
yeah,
They opened that
and
wall.
little green room action, and with like a fridge and a couch or whatever. So seems like they're onto something here, and they got the Star of the Sea. I think the Star it's called, the sister ship that's coming out next year, and that's going to be out of Canaveral. So that would be that'd be really
They're
unbelievable.
going to put you on that, and then they're
I
going to
would-
start dishing out the icon to other people.
Well, boy, because now they're building a bullet train, Tampa to Orlando. So if that was if I ever,
Wow.
I could bullet train it to Orlando, then
When
rent
is
a
that
car
going to
and
be
drive
complete?
Canaveral. It's in the works, so hopefully by the end of this year.
Oh, that's soon. Holy
Southwest
shit.
Florida now to Orlando. So if you ever fly to Orlando or Canaveral and need to get to Miami, or don't want to fly, you can do bullet train. That is open.
From Orlando to Miami?
Yes, sir, and Fort Lauderdale.
Holy shit.
Bullet
They're-
train, baby, $39.
Wow, Florida is edging out Los Angeles here because Los Angeles is taking forever to put these trains in to get to the airport. Forever. I mean, we have a subway here. You know that, right? In Los Angeles. We have a
No.
subway.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
It's a subway.
I
A
don't
subway
think it is.
system. It's on each
Mm.
side. It doesn't go through the mountains. They wanted
Mhm.
to. It's on each side of the mountain. So you got to kind of like go downtown on each side of the mountain and go back up. So it's a little challenging at times. But
How come
you
I've
know,
never heard of it, seen it, rode it?
it's interesting because you can get out
Is it?
of the subway near Universal Studios and then go into, which is a theme park, and see and ride an exhibit called Earthquake, where you get on a tram and it goes into a cave and everything starts, the earthquake starts and everything starts shaking and beams are falling and smoke and people screaming and sirens. So
Sassy.
interesting. Very sassy.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I forget my point now. Anyway, so I'll be on there Saturday, and we'll put some footage up on the Patreon. Some secret
Well, you're going to
icon
put some
footage.
advanced footage.
Advanced footage on the Patreon.
They get the first sneak peek before we release anything to the public.
That's right. Patreon is where you want to be.
Yeah,
for that.
$5 a
If
month.
you enjoy cruising and the newest,
Some of our
biggest-
members have been with us for 3 years.
amazing. What do you think of that they would be that kind to stick around and
It's pretty
hang
nice
in there?
to support
Pretty nice.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. So we both leave. We both hit the road. Are you gone 1 week? What do you got? What kind of sketch?
I was going to
What
be
kind of
gone.
tour?
I was going to be gone on tour. I was going to be gone for 1 week, come home for 5 days and leave for another, but I got an offer to do a 4-day cruise
Ooh.
in between. So I said, all right. They said, we'll put you up an extra night in Miami.
Oh.
So when you were messaging me, hey, when are you going to be in Florida? Send your Florida dates. All this was coming in at
Right.
the same time. And although my schedule is looking pretty plump right now, it took a lot to make adjustments. So
Yeah.
that's why we can't really shoot our new Two Dicks episode until end of March or April.
Yeah. Looking like April. What was my point? Oh, so Royal Caribbean for this 4-day cruise out of Miami?
No, I'm going from Royal to Celebrity back to Royal. So I'm going to be gone for 22 days, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you do a week on Harmony,
Mm-hmm.
then a 4-day a
Mhm.
Celebrity, and then you do a week on Royal again. Which
Yes.
Royal? What's the third one? Is it a comedy club ship?
It's the Icon. Surprise!
Hey,
Okay.
all right. We get man.
Oh,
Of
Oasis.
course, that couldn't work. Of course, that couldn't happen.
Oasis.
Oasis,
Yeah.
Jersey, Oasis, or Florida?
Yes.
Oh, good God.
Yeah,
God
that's
bless you. God bless
that's
you.
that's your neck of the woods. That's where you
That
were
was my
working.
that was my
all last
summer
year, right?
2023.
Wow,
Oh,
Bayonne.
Bayonne.
Hello, darling.
Newark Airport, catch that air. Have you been in Newark Airport? I mean, they've updated it, Terminal 1.
Oh, it's 1948.
What a pain in the tits, though, to get your
There's one
luggage.
terminal that's not connected.
Right.
You have to leave and then go through security again. All the modern terminals now in airports connect. Everything connects once you get past security. They've made it possible. They have underground tunnels. They have shuttle buses.
They have
so
subways,
you don't
like
have to
in
go
Los
through.
Angeles.
Yeah, Los Angeles, they have a shuttle bus.
They have a bullet train. That's right.
It's not a bullet.
No.
It's a blank.
Can't bring a bullet on a plane. Simeon was telling me there was someone banned for life from cruising.
A passenger or
passenger was bringing on CDB gummies. Got caught and was banned for life from cruising.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
So that's a no tolerance policy they have.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. Is she selling them? Is she giving them away?
Right here is the article.
Don't fucking do this. No, I'm not doing it.
Right there.
All right. First of all, you're pointing down.
It's right there.
Yeah. All right.
Where am I going to point up? The article's right there. It's
check.
Right there.
Just go check out the article.
Right
do one of these, and I'll.
But no, she was a passenger joining a ship. Just booked a cruise. Brought CDB gummies with her.
How many?
I don't know.
People bring them all the time. It's a part of their.
We know, and they not only
it's
gummies,
medical.
The amount of weed being smoked on the pool deck areas of any cruise line anywhere is ridiculous. I mean, cigars and cigarettes have been replaced. It's weed.
I'm not seeing that. Are you on Carnival?
Yes, that's where I work, sir.
I'm not. Once in a while,
You're not seeing that. What are you talking about?
Once in a while, I'll get a whiff of the marijuana. What are you talking about? The vapes?
Yeah, the vape. But you're not smoking a lot of cigars. When I smoke a cigar up by the pool,
you're smelling it.
Everyone around me is smoking weed.
Really?
Blunts or vapes.
No.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I've told this.
So the woman with gummies, how many did she have? Did she have a half a dozen? Did she have 2 pounds? Was she selling them? Did it exceed like a ridiculous amount?
I don't have the tea, as the kids say.
I want to hear the details because someone taking a dozen gummies or 6 gummies is not getting banned for life. She must have.
Well,
she was trying to move them.
It's right here. What, she's bringing on gummies to sell on a cruise ship? What is she?
I don't know. Or is she giving them away?
Escobar? Is she going to start a drug empire on the?
Maybe she's related to Ursay, and she just wanted to give them all away.
Oh, that's kind of sassy. You watching anything on TV these days, sir? Any new series?
Yes, we started Got.
I'm sorry.
We started Got. 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 Game of Thrones.
Not familiar. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that's what it is on the app. It comes up as GOT.
Oh, okay.
With the dragons and whatever.
Yeah.
So we're season 2, episode 3.
All right.
So
Yeah. Enjoying it. I went in begrudging.
Well, but yeah, and you pulled in. I didn't want to get pulled in.
I enjoyed it though when it was done.
Yes.
I enjoyed the whole ride.
And your gal saw it twice, did she not?
At least twice. But it's too. I was telling her just yesterday or the day before when Hannah was here. It's too dark. Not the subject matter, the lighting. It's too dark. I can't tell who's fighting who half the time.
They're trying to hide a lot of stuff theatrically.
Yeah, well,
and you got to remember there was no natural lighting. Now you're saying it's too dark during the fighting scenes, and I think it's overlit during some of the close-ups. Like you see the person talking, and there's clearly it's a theatrical light. And I'm like, this is mystical lands from 1,000 years ago. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Why is the lighting like so bright? Candle lighting should be all amber.
I'm happy with lighting. Believe I just so much of TV now. Everything's shot so dark that that was the complaint with Ozark. It was like half the time you couldn't see what they were doing. It looks good, I guess, if you're when you're making it, but as a
Theatrically.
product, when you're sitting home in a living room,
What
it's
kind
not
of
always great.
TV are you watching?
We have a Maytag. Um,
That's the
you know,
dishwasher or the washing
oh
machine.
no, it's a console. It's a washing machine with a television and a stereo system on the top. It's pretty nice. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty good. The thing is, the only problem with that is if you run the washer while the stereo's playing, it's hard to hear like the music clearly.
Well, you're in the loop.
I'm in the loop, man. I'm out of the loop. I'm loopless. I am. We watched the new. We've been watching the new Fargo season 5. Fargo.
Wait a
Maybe
minute.
check that out.
Season 5. You're starting on season 5?
Well, no, not it. Each season is its own thing. They have the movie,
Different cast. Like they do
right?
it. True Detective did the same thing.
Right, same
They
thing.
do 1 or 2
And
seasons. And
so it has nothing to do with the other season, but they do
Oh.
throw little things for you. They give you a little. You go, oh, that was in last season, or that guy's name was the name of the clerk, and that kind of shit.
How many seasons have you seen?
We've seen there are 4. Seen those, and then I've seen All Good People. And then this is season 5, and I think we're on episode 8 of season 5. So 2
All
more
right.
to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I just sang a little. I've seen All Good People.
Oh, so you're enjoying it?
And,
Are you there and there?
It's all right.
All
It's
right,
okay then. It's okay then.
It's okay then.
Uh,
Hey, you and Marge gonna head on out to the diner?
yeah, we'll probably see you there.
All right then.
Okay.
I got a skedaddle.
Well, I don't know. The weather's turning. Well, we may not. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I feel like I ate an ostrich. I don't know.
Well,
I'm making up my own
Hey
shit
there.
now. I'm out of the
you
loop.
know. All right. I just sang a little. We've seen. I have a question just popped in my head. We don't have questions this week. That's why I'm.
Hold on.
Still
No
in time.
question.
No question this week. But here's my question to you: the band, Yes. You a fan? Did you own any other music? Did you ever see them live? Did you find them pretentious and annoying? What's your take on?
Owner of the lonely heart. Dun, dun.
I think that's Asia.
Oh.
Remember the couple of guys from Yes left Yes and
Who
then
sang
formed
the
Asia.
song Owner of the Lonely Heart?
Check with our producer.
It says yes.
Oh, well, I'm wrong then.
Ducharme scores.
I got a little sassy.
Sassy.
Yeah.
That was their
What's-
like comeback song in the 80s. But
What was
prior
the
to
Asia
that,
hit? Well, remember, because then a couple of the Yes guys left. They formed a band with someone else, and they had a big was it Heat of the Moment? Heat
yeah, it
of
was one
the
of them. Yeah, they had like
Moment.
2 or 3
Telling
top
you
40.
what your heart meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Yes, you a fan? You buy their music? You go see them in concert? You wear a T-shirt?
I think when my older siblings were listening to it, it was fun to hear in the background. And now I hear it. Now I'm like, doesn't do anything for me.
Older siblings?
Yeah.
What do you got?
They were all older than me. So
I've known you 100 years. I thought you have a sister. Was there more to this family?
yes, my parents were married 3 times and had litters of children everywhere all over the planet. So,
Oh. Okay.
growing up, I had 3 half brothers and my sister. So there were 5 of us. We were 1 short of the Brady Bunch.
But your sister's a full sister.
Yeah, she's full-blooded. Same
Gotcha.
mama and dada.
Gotcha.
So they
And 3
all had,
sibs.
and my father's first marriage, they were adults. They were getting married when I was 5. So I think I was the ring bearer, and one of them walked on with a pillow.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so they were all listening to all kinds of music that was always around. So I
Right.
have an ear for all those songs from early 60s through whatever, and they were always playing. So,
Right.
and when they were sick of them, we had albums. I'd play
Sure.
them, so I was familiar
Yeah.
with them. But yes, I think I actually had a CD in my collection.
Fragile. I'm gonna go out on a limb. It was yes, fragile. That was like the one everyone had.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was
You
the
know what I
one.
mean? It
And
had what's that song? Long distance, run around.
hey, what did you do with all
Yeah.
your CDs?
I
Are
think
they in storage?
I have a box I have a big box in storage, and I think the other one's probably just lost along the way, along the moves.
Yeah, because we
I mean,
have a
mhm.
shed, and it's full of
She
plastic.
shed.
No, it's a shed,
Gotcha.
and it's just full
She
of all
said,
kinds of
"I know
stuff
what
from
it's like to
from
be
those
dead."
all those moves, like stuff.
Yeah.
Do you give them away? Do you throw them out? Do you have a yard sale? Do you
Well,
sell
I
them
don't
on
know.
eBay?
It's
Is there
very
any?
weird.
Do you spend is the time to put into it
No.
worth it to sell
Well, I
them?
just got the that new Beatles song Now and Then. The CD they redid "Love Me Do" and they put it on the
Hmm.
back, so you have the first song, last song. And I want to hear, it's a remastered version of it. And then so I got that, and then I'm like, well, how am I going to listen to this? I don't have a CD player. I haven't had one in like, where do I listen to this?
I think
There's no.
I think our old desktop, which is a iMac flat screen, but
Yeah,
it's
you
probably
can play.
2 inches,
Uh-huh.
which is now twice as thick as the ones they have out now. And it has a slot in the side that plays CDs and
Hey, what's your
DVDs.
language? Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah,
But
I
it's
know what you mean.
obsolete. You can even
Right.
I started it up yesterday to print some stuff out on the printer, and it said all these updates. It's incompatible. It's just like,
Oh,
but the screen is amazing. It's
yeah.
21 screen. I'm like, holy shit. But we use laptops and phones.
What about an old DVD player? Remember back in the day you could play music on the DVD players?
I had a 5 disc changer.
Yeah.
So it would do shuffles. You could do one song on each of them. It was called shuffle. I don't know if you remember
Yes.
that. But
Not really. I heard about it, though.
one song would finish, and then it'd go. You could hear the gears and the belts
Oh, yeah.
turning the disc
Ears and belts.
to play the CD. So there was like a delay. There was like a 10-second delay in between songs. It wasn't
Right.
flawless.
So you think I could play the CD on the old DVD player?
That was a
What do
CD
you think?
player.
Oh, that was a CD player. But
No,
remember the old days, you could.
DVD players play both.
That's right. No, I don't. But
Because
I
it's
don't know.
reading reading the digital etching.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's worth trying. I don't want to. Just leave it. I've heard it. I mean, I can go on YouTube and listen to it anyway. So we'll read.
What's
It's
the
like
best
nowadays-
sounding of music right now? What is the best sound in music? Because it's all digitally compressed.
Best sound is vinyl with a
Vinyl.
good system.
And they said that vinyl sales
It's crazy.
were the highest last
Yeah.
year than they've been in 20, 25 years.
There was a thing in Cigar Aficionado. There's a guy making the old tube speakers, and he can't make enough of them. Like the orders are through 3 years from now.
Because the sound.
The sound, they're great.
High
And
fidelity, man.
And yeah, and if you're a young guy, you could be an older guy, but if you're a young guy now, you've heard these stories your whole life, and you're sick of this digital compression. So you're like, I don't want to hear what my grandfather's fucking talking about. And they hear it and they go, I want it. And that's
Hear that
it's all
needle
going
on the
back.
album.
That's great. That little beginning, that little drop.
Yes. And then you don't hear it when the music kicks in.
No, but it's great. It's great.
Because it's blank.
Yeah.
It
It reminded me of when I was a kid when you'd watch HBO and they had that.
And
And it was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. And that was like, oh, we're into something. That's gonna be cool. And that needle, just that, and you're like, oh, we're in. That was cool.
Yeah.
Where digital, it just starts. You don't get any of the fun. There's nothing to
None of the
read,
fun.
nothing to look at when you're doing it. You know what I mean? It's what are you gonna do? It's a different day. These kids today, they're sassy.
But
What can I say?
they're sassy, but they're also ordering these things.
No, it's good.
Acquiring
That's
them.
good. Yeah. And down in St. Pete, they have a huge vinyl store, and they've been written up online. It's just they're killing it, and their clientele is like all under 25, but they're coming
Wow.
in just buying albums. So
Now I'm seeing videos of them
good.
pressing albums, vinyl, pressing them, and
Wow.
they're mixing stuff with them to give them this texture. It's like pieces of art, kind of like the White Album, it's like.
Well, I remember as a young guy in Massapequa, we'd go to the Wax Museum. That was the record store there. Good name for a record store. Got to give him some props. Shout out Neil Wax. But he would sell us because we were, middle class.
The Vinyl
kids.
Museum would be more appropriate, but go ahead. He's playing off his last name. I get it.
Yeah, see. But what was my point before? I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? Do you remember?
You're saying the museum, the album
Neil
museum.
Wax, so he knew we had middle class kids with a few dollars in their pockets. So he'd be like, "Hey, you guys really need to buy the Japanese import if you really want to hear it." And we're like, "Oh, really? Is that?" He goes, "Oh, that's." He goes, "And it's green." He goes, "It's actually green, the vinyl," and we're like, "Oh, what?" And so instead of $4 for Yes Fragile, I'm spending $34 for Yes Fragile. But
it's
I
a
have
collector's
the Jap
item.
import. The Jap import.
You have the Japanese import. It's a collector's item. They only made 15 million of these.
That's true. It's like the Honeymooners when he bought Alice the little gift, and he said it was from the Emperor's Palace in Japan. It was a little box.
Yeah, my prime time days didn't include any of that. So you were watching that live, right?
This is we watched it on YouTube 3 nights ago.
All right.
Yeah. See what you're doing there. That was sassy of you. My microphone stand, by the way, is all the travel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's worn.
It's worn. It's getting loosey goosey there. My gooseneck is
Time
getting loosey.
Time to replace it. And I told you to get a backup wire because one of your wires went, and I said it's always good to have a backup wire. And, and he ignored me. And then what happened?
I got a backup wire. This is the backup wire that I'm using. I have the other ones.
Yeah, but you didn't have it at the time.
Well, no,
I made you order it.
You told me get a backup wire, and I did. That's so. I don't think your story.
So you have 2 wires now when you travel.
I have 2 wires. I have the one in my bag, and then I have this.
Yeah, but you didn't when it broke during one of our podcasts.
Right, and then you said get a backup wire, and I got a backup
like a spare
wire.
tire.
I got a spare tire. I need to go out and run and lose this fucking thing.
Oh my God! Why is it so difficult? So I was out late with John Wilkie, and we saw Peter Wolf, 77 years old, running around the stage. We all thought he was going to fall over because he was a spaz. Yes, freeze frame. We already talked about that part, but I wanted to. We all thought he was going to fall over. We didn't talk about freeze frame.
No, we said there was another
Love
hit.
Stinks.
And no, Love Stinks.
Freeze frame.
Give me hints on the other hit. That was the game we were going to play a half hour ago. There was another hit. What was the other hit?
I'm not capable. Okay. I did go to the bathroom for one of the songs. By the way, when you had the Legends of Rock and Roll, the lines to the bathroom, because the people that are in attendance are all 75 years old. So the lines are 3 times longer.
Who were the legends there?
I told you, Nancy Wilson sang "Rain on Me." She sang the Who song "Rain on Me."
That's good. She's good. Yeah, probably did great. Right?
It was great. And she sang Barracuda, like you said, 2 songs, and then she feebly walked off stage, and one of the stagehands came out and escorted her. And then, like I said, the ZZ Top guy.
This sounds. I mean, I'm not even joking around. This sounds like rock and roll camp. When you're a guy who can play some guitar or drums, and you pay 20 grand and you go sit in with the guy from ZZ Top and the guy from Foreigner shows you some riffs, and that sounds like a night.
I think Peter Wolf. I think this was Peter Wolf's money night for the year because this billionaire hired him to do a couple of shows, and I think that's all Peter Wolf makes.
Yeah, well, it's not bad. Yeah,
so it's. Probably makes
it's like the
some coin.
When I saw Shaka Khan on that cruise, it's
Shaka Khan. Farrakhan.
But she does a few of those a year, that type of gig, corporate-y, big money. She said, I mean, Hall and Oates got 600,000 the year before. So what do you think old Shaka Khan got? Somewhere in that vicinity. So you do a couple of those a year, Shaka Khan, between that and some royalties, sitting pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I feel for you. You know
If
what
they
I mean?
have some investments,
I don't feel for
you
her.
know,
She's
if they have
doing
some,
fine.
if they have some cryptocurrency, some Bitcoin.
Ooh, some Bitcoin. Yeah.
So Kathy, is it Kathy Wood, the investor there for ARK? I think that's what it is. She came out and said that she thinks
I don't
that
know.
crypto, Bitcoin, is going to be 1.5 million by 2030, each coin. And she upped it from 1 million. I think she's getting ready to dump her Bitcoin. What do you think?
Yeah. I don't. Wow. So she's saying in 6 years, it's going to go up 1.5 mil
Per coin.
per coin.
It'll be worth one. And she said, worst case scenario, um, 600 and something thousand per coin if everything shits the bed.
And what are the coins
something.
now?
40, they're bouncing between 42 and 46,000 per coin. Do you have any exposure?
No.
Hmm.
You?
I have just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. I have
Yeah.
I have a Bitcoin mining company that probably doesn't even exist, and I have Bitcoin through my PayPal account, which is a fraction of a Bitcoin. But with that said, every time it
Well,
drops,
if it goes to a
I just
fraction of a
I just
mil
throw
five,
I throw a couple $100 here and there. So, but it's gone up 60-70% since I started doing it. I'm like, all right.
Really?
And
Well,
it's in my PayPal account, so I can like buy shit.
if it went to a mil five a coin and you have a small percentage of a mil five,
Couple $100,000 for less than
for nothing,
$1,000 investment.
pretty good.
But that's all wishful thinking.
Yeah. I don't know. All of it's all.
We don't even know if it's going to exist. It could collapse, and that's the end of it.
That's the thing. It's very confusing. I'm not smart enough to follow it because I'll watch a podcast or listen to someone, and I'm convinced, boy, that's the way to go. And then I read and hear something that's the opposite, and I think, well, that guy knows what he's talking about, and he's saying,
but
don't
there's
ever do
so
that.
many multimillionaire and billionaires who were in on this from the get-go,
Right.
and they're just
Well, that's
what are the twin brothers' name from
Winklevoss.
Winklevoss?
Yeah, but that's how you're in. They're in the club.
They're in the club.
We're not in the club.
They're both both of them are billionaires.
Twice. Well, they created.
They were
Facebook.
very wealthy.
They
created
wealthy.
Facebook,
right?
And Zuckerberg stole it from them.
That's right. And, but also, they're Olympic athletes. I mean, these guys are.
No, these are these guys are not slouches. They're perhaps
billionaire rowing champions.
Perhaps they had a silver spoon up their ass, but they took it and fucking ran. They weren't doing fucking drugs.
They were
Daddy, my daddy was never home. He was busy trying to become a multimillionaire, and now they're billionaires.
And they were right at crypto early on. But then they got.
They would have been billionaires with Facebook.
Big though.
That's right. And they became billionaires.
That's right.
Anyways, how do you do that?
It's incredible.
Because it's not just having it handed to them. They did their due diligence.
Well, they have what's the term, like the zeitgeist? Like they know they're in the moment and can go like
algorithms and
it's Facebook
predictions.
We're going to connect people, or we're going to do this with money.
Visionaries.
But they got fucked. That guy, they are visionaries in a sense, but they got fucked by that guy who scammed everybody who's in jail. I forget his name. Friedman. He took them down too. I mean, the Winklevoss they'll be back, but they lost huge money in that Sam Friedman guy.
Oh, Friedman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were involved heavily with him.
They all turned on him. Everybody that was on his side, they cut deals. They said, hey, do you want to avoid prison time? Give us the deets, all the details. And so how many years is he going to get? And where's all that money? It's because the collapse of
That's a good
crypto,
question.
it came back. The money, I think, how much was the money worth, or the Bitcoin worth, prior to Sam Friedman? Wasn't it worth 36,000? If it's going for 42 to 46,000 per coin, isn't it already
I don't know,
exceeded?
man.
So where's that money?
I don't know.
Where's that
just
Bitcoin?
Just a working slob. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think his
such matters.
parents. I think his parents are doing very well. The two
Someone's
smug,
got it.
The two smug lawyers.
Yeah.
It's off. So it's
I remember when all
Islands.
this was really hot, and Tim Dillon was doing like he just got hired to host
Right.
that thing. Remember that in Miami? And it was
Yeah.
the Winklevoss twins
Mm-hmm.
with Sam, whoever, and Tim Dillon. And Tim was on the podium just
Shitting on
them,
them.
telling them
Shitting
like
on
this is
them.
all fucking bullshit. It's a house of mirror. It's not going to work. It's all phony. This isn't money. And everyone's like, "Boo! Shut up! It's going great." But it was great. He got paid. God knows what he got paid for that. That's like a corporate gig on steroids, and then
And
to be
Tim-
shitting on him, which is a
Yeah.
classic corporate though. If you go to a
Yeah.
corporate gig to entertain and you shit on the boss, you're going to kill. So it
Mhm.
really works no matter
Well,
what level you are.
If
Yes.
everybody around him is looking like, is the boss laughing? Is the boss? Oh,
Right, well-
there's that.
But generally they enjoy the
Mhm.
taking down the boss a little because they can't do it, and what the hell,
Mhm. Mhm.
It's fun. All right. Well, this was, I don't know, was this good? Was this? Did you get everything you wanted out of this this pod?
Sometimes we get some crappers.
Yeah.
Yes, we're done. I got to drive over the hill
Yes.
and drop
far
off
away.
some keys for someone because I'm
Hmm.
leaving in the morning and the lady's out of town, so that's what I have to do, an errand. So
I
want
gotcha.
to I want to get over the hill and then come
Yes.
back before traffic.
To grandmother's house. You'll go.
So I won't be
Um,
doing any of this editing until I get back.
Fine. Is your better half working comedic?
She
leave
is.
this weekend.
She's doing some.
Oh,
She's doing a gig, and
nice. Cool.
there it is.
All right, man. Well,
And you
we'll
you leave
do,
when, tomorrow?
I
Or-
leave tomorrow. I'm driving to Miami, getting on the Icon, and I believe
Are
we
you
got
renting a
shows
car?
tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm renting a car. We'll do that. We'll do that today. Rent the car.
Get your
and then
receipts and get that reimbursement because they're
Get that
saving money on a
reimbursement.
flight, and they're saving a lot of money on you.
They are saving a lot of dough. Hotels, flights, the whole thing. All right, buddy. See
To
ya.
the Icon.
To Galveston. Oh, Galveston. Look at
All
this.
hands on deck.
When all else fails, you go to the classics.
So long, man. Have a good trip.
Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
I'm losing my mind.
Patreon.com/The2Dicks, which is named after our web series. This is the Two Owls, One Pod podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
Okay, sure.
All right. Subscribe. Mary. This was a horrible mistake.
Patreon.com/The2Dicks.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.